up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Barcelona versus Deportivo Alavés in La Liga action. We of course return to league action, I think for the third time in 2025, where again Barcelona are just slowly but surely crawling back into a league title race. Of course, this is the final match before the Madrid derby next weekend, next match day, where hopefully Barcelona can really pounce on one of the two, if not both Madrid teams, dropping points and getting back into this league title race. But it only starts and it only makes sense with a win against Alaves. So before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below and let's try and get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And also, if you are new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 2 p.m. local time, so 2 p.m. Barcelona time. It is the early kickoff. We're going to be playing an afternoon game in this match, and this match will be taking place at the Lluís Companys Stadium in Montjuic, which of course is the home of Barcelona, the third home game in a row. And as of recording, unfortunately, the referee for this match has not been confirmed, but hopefully in a game like this, they will not be too much of an importance. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona are currently sat in third place in La Liga on 42 points after playing 21 matches. We do have 13 wins, 3 draws, and 5 losses. Atletico Madrid sat on 45 points and Real Madrid sat on 49 points. So we're 3 points off Atletico Madrid, 7 points off of Real Madrid. So the gap has closed a little bit following Atletico dropping, of course, 4 points in their last 2 games, and Barcelona finally getting a win in La Liga. Look at our last 5 games. It's still embarrassing. 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win. It's going to be that kind of record for quite some time now. You have Real Madrid, of course, winning their last 4, and like I mentioned, Atletico Madrid dropping points. Now, of course, we do have the Madrid derby coming up next weekend, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. So this will be a huge opportunity for Barcelona to pick up a win, as hopefully both teams, but if not guaranteed, one of those two teams will drop point. If we take a look at the top teams that will be facing this weekend, Atletico Madrid will be hosting Mallorca. Dangerous game that is. Mallorca are a very, very good side. And Real Madrid will be coming to Barcelona, but not facing Football Club Barcelona, but facing Espanyol. So I expect Madrid to get 3 easy points there. Espanyol are so crap. But Atletico Madrid, Mallorca, of course, are a very, very good team in La Liga. They can cause some problems, so you never know. But again, it's in the hands of Barcelona now. We need to win not only this game, but the next league game as well, because drop points are coming for one or both the Madrid teams, and we need to be there to pounce on those mistakes. Now, if you take a look at our opponents in Alaves, where they're currently standing in the league table, they are currently sat in 17th place in La Liga on 21 points after playing 21 matches. They have 5 wins, 6 draws, and 10 losses. So they have averaging a point a game so far in La Liga. If you look at the last 5 games as well, it's better than Barcelona's 3 draws, a loss, and a win, compared to Barcelona's 2 losses, 2 draws, and a win, which just shows how disgusting our form is. But despite that, they're only 1 point above the relegation zone. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Alaves. Like I mentioned, so far in La Liga, they haven't been doing that great. They're averaging only a point a game and are one of the worst teams on paper in the league. The last time we faced them, of course, was back in the beautiful month, I believe, of October, when we were going on that fantastic run. I think this was the start of the fantastic run. We clapped them 3-0 away from home. A Lewandowski first half hat-trick sealed the 3 points. Second half was quite dead, although I do remember Alaves having a few chances in that first 15 to 20 minute spell. You can see the lineup as well, very similar to what we can expect tomorrow. We had Raphinha playing in the 10, Hector Fort starting out right back, since of course Kounde was late for that pre-game meeting, so he got dropped for that. Apart from that, no real other changes, but it was a very comfortable game for Barcelona in the end. Now, if you take a look at Alaves' last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match, they did draw 1-1 with Celta Vigo. They did play on Mondays. They are coming on, let's say, on a little bit extra rest, but of course, we played midweek. They beat Real Betis 3-1 away from home at the Benito Villamarin. They lost to Girona 1-0. They only played 3 games in 2025 so far. I think Barcelona have played 6 or 7. They've only played 3. And of course, we're going back to last year, 2-2 draw with Valencia, 1-1 with Athletic Club, and a 2-2 with Osasuna. And again, against Athletic Club, it's a very difficult team. Osasuna at the El Sadar, so they are a team that can squeeze some results despite their poor position in La Liga. But let's take a look at the last 3 games in all competition. Firstly is the 1-0 loss to Girona at home. Again, a team like Girona are going to be coming to this game as big favorites, and to be fair, Alaves didn't really crack so easily. They had, of course, a 4-4-2 low block. They were trying to get a result from this game. To be fair, Girona's goal was quite lucky as well, and since Girona got that goal, they were a bit more conservative. In this game, of course, Alaves did lose one of their best players, Juan Jordan, to injury as well. But in the end, a game that Alaves could have gotten some points out of, but in the end, they didn't. Next up is their 3-1 win against Betis at the Benito Villamarin. I remember watching the second half of this game where Alaves had a cracking game. It was a hat-trick from their striker, Quique Garcia, who's a quite experienced striker in La Liga. He's played for quite a few different teams now, right now at Alaves. It was a calamity performance, I would say, more from Betis than it was from Alaves. I would say Quique Garcia was very clinical on the day. I think he only had 3 chances and scored all 3 of them, so I guess shout out to him. But a game where Betis were coming in as the favorite in their home stadium and walk away with absolutely nothing but a huge 3 points for Alaves. And their final match in all competition was, of course, that 1-1 draw against Celta Vigo with Quique Garcia getting the goal. So again, in 2025, Alaves have only scored 4 goals, all coming in from their striker, Quique Garcia. Very even game, to be fair. You expect maybe Celta Vigo to be the better team on paper, but with it being at the Alaves' home stadium, they of course used that to their advantage. They, I think, went 1-0 up with the penalty, then conceded a little bit after that and couldn't really break down the deadlock afterwards. Again, they played a bit more open than they tend to usually do against other teams, so the game was a bit more free-flowing. In the end, they couldn't get any more than the point, but again, it's still a solid point for them, especially in their position. So overall, final thoughts on Deportivo Alavés. Of course, right now we're well past the halfway point in La Liga. The table does not lie. They're not really the best team in La Liga. They are managed by their manager, Eduardo Kounde. Of course, their legendary manager, Lluís Garcia, was sacked at some point in 2024 in the beginning of the season when they weren't doing too well. Eduardo Kounde, who's of course an experienced La Liga manager, came in. He's done all right for them, to be fair. Got them out of the relegation zone. They're kind of just, hanging on by a thread by only a point. So still a lot of improvements to be made, and they are, of course, a weaker side in the league. In terms of players to look out for, I would just say Quique Garcia. He's the only one scoring for Alaves at this point. Of course, I would say Juan Jordan as well, but he is injured. He won't be playing this game. So that bald guy, I forget his name, starts with the G. Guderi, I think his name is. He always tends to turn up against Barcelona. The bald players always tend to have a performance against Barcelona. But mainly Quique Garcia, he is a striker that Barcelona do struggle against. That target man, long and hold up play striker that we tend to always fault the needs of. So I'd watch out for him in this game specifically. He scored their only goals in 2025, but they're a team that Barcelona should be comfortably dismantling, especially at the Montjuic. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Hansi Flick. I'm going to try my best to predict this lineup. I think it will be fairly difficult to predict, especially after the game against Atalanta. Will he do some rotation, keep it fairly strong? Of course, we have the Cup game coming up on Thursday, so a lot going through the head of the mister, but I believe that Flick will go with this lineup on the screen right now. I think they'll go with Chesney in goal, a back four of Kounde, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Alejandro Balde, midfield 3 of Pedri, De Jong, and Gavi, and in front of Lamine Yamal, Raphinha, and Lewandowski. I think he'll make a few changes, of course, bring in Eric Garcia in the defense, maybe Frankie as well. So 2 changes, you could say, to the Gala strongest 11. I think since he made that rotation against Valencia, he'll keep it fairly strong for this game, get the win, get the 3 points as quickly and as easily as possible. Then maybe rotate later on with the substitutions, which of course Flick has been tending to do a lot this season. But I believe that Flick will go with this lineup on the screen right now. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Flick will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach, and of course I have made a few changes from Flick's lineup prediction. I have gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I've gone with Chesney in goal, a back four of Hector Fort, Araujo, Cubarsí, and Gerard Martin, a midfield 3 of De Jong, Gavi, and Fermin Lopez, and a front 3 of Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. So first in the front 3, I have rested Lamine Yamal for Ferran. I brought in Fermin for Pedri. I know that Pedri got arrested or didn't play against Valencia because he was sick, but I still don't want to risk him in a game like this. We have big games coming up: Sevilla away, Valencia away. Brought Frankie in as well after his great performances recently. And for the defense, I decided to rest both fullbacks in Kounde and Balde and keep our defensive center back partnership very strong with Araujo and Cubarsí. And then during the game as well, you can make that rotation. But I decided to rest the fullbacks, Lamine and Pedri as well, in place for the other players as well. So 4 changes, very similar to the Valencia game as well. So I think this team is well enough to beat Alaves, and if not, we have of course the firepower on the bench to go and get the results. But this is the lineup that I would select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know if they pick my lineup or Flick's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? I think, of course, it will be a comfortable affair here for Barcelona. I have gone with Barcelona win this game by 3-0. I think, again, very similar to the Valencia game. We get 1 or 2 goals in that first half, maybe one early on in the second half, make a few rotations, and you know what, the job is done. If we can keep a clean sheet, that'd be really fantastic. I mean, it's been a freaking while in the league since we kept a clean sheet, so keeping a clean sheet would be very, very nice. I think this definitely is the game for it, because all you really have to do is just nullify Kike Garcia for Alaves, and you should be able to nullify their most threatening goal threat. I think this should be a walk in the park for Barcelona, as it should be, especially if I do believe that Flick will pick a fairly strong team. So hopefully we do get the result. I think we'll get a clean sheet and score 3 goals. So I have taken Barcelona to win this game by 3-0. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that's a match preview for Barcelona versus Deportivo Alavés in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The first thing I want to know is, of course, your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups, firstly, where I pick my lineup or Flick's lineup, what do you think Flick will go with, what would you go with if you're the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review. There will be no live watch alongs. I will be out on vacation, so doing live streams is going to be very difficult with the unreliable internet, so I'm not going to attempt it whatsoever. Videos will still be regular with just no watch alongs for the next 3 games, for Alaves, for Valencia, and also for Sevilla. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review. Take care, and Forza Barca.